you thinking of getting a tattoo? Well, if so, you'd be joining countless others, young, old, rich, and poor, in the practice that's been going on for centuries. The word tattoo actually comes from the Tahitian word tattoo, which means to mark. There are many, many instruments used in tattooing. Nowadays, it's referred to as a tattoo gun, but we'll get into that a little bit later. Let's go back to ancient Egypt. Back in ancient Egyptian times, we would use these types of needles. They would attach them to sticks and proceed to put the tattoo onto the human body. After the stick was implanted in the skin, they would use ash and put ashes all around it until they felt that the tattoo itself would stay. And once that was completed, they would put a healing solution from one of the elders, and they would go from there. The next one is the Maori. How this would work is these are actually boar tusks carved and put on sticks, and after the ink was placed onto the boar tusk, they would actually pound the boar tusk into the person's flesh until the tattoo was there. This was actually a very long and dreadful process. It lasted anywhere from 24 to 48 hours straight, taking maybe 1 to 2 hour breaks. And if the person was unable to withstand the pain or ended up getting sick, they were shamed forever by the tattoo artist refusing to finish their work. So that basically, and that would shame them and their entire family, and the whole world would know it because the tattoo was visible. The modern day tattoo gun is this bad boy right here. And how this works is you attach it to a power source, and everything nowadays is a whole lot more sterile than it was back then. But how that works is it's attached to a power source, and the needle inserts your skin about 100 times a second to produce the maximum amount of ink in the least amount of time. The tattoo gun was actually created by Samuel O'Reilly in 1891, I apologize. It was based on Thomas Edison's stencil machine that he designed in 1876. So we've obviously come a long way. A couple of examples in history. The Mochi tribe, based in Peru and Chile during 500 BC, tattoos in that society signified leadership and ownership. It was actually believed to be patriarchal until 2006, when there was a discovery of a fully tattooed woman with her own chamber, unburied. And because of this, we now believe that society had gender equality, which is stunning for that time period. Another quick example, the Otzi, the caveman. In September 1991, 2 hikers were walking along the Ozatsu Alps in Italy, and they stumbled across a frozen caveman dating back to 5,200 years. Once inspecting the body, they thought that they saw acupuncture wounds, but further examining them, they realized that it was ink and they were actually tattoos. There were 57 total strewn throughout his body. Another very common tattoo is the sailor tattoos. These actually came around in the 18th century with Captain Cook and his crew when they went on the Pacific voyage. His log, and I quote, "Both sexes paint their bodies, tattoo as they call it in their language. This is done by laying the color of black under their skins in such a manner as to be indelible. This method of tattooing I shall now describe, as it is a painful operation, especially the tattoo of one's buttocks. It's performed but once in their lifetimes." Everybody knows now that tattoos are permanent. You can't get rid of them, and nowadays we do have laser surgery, laser removal, but it hurts a lot more than getting the tattoo itself. You see, all throughout history, everybody has always known that tattoos are permanent. They're a part of who they are. It's artwork, it's self-expression. And through the use of that, society emerges. Without self-expression and everything, what is a society? We would all be robots. So if you plan on becoming a part of the history, so be it. If not, Make your own history. Thank you so much.